Hey guys, Swordsman here, and I've got another game of Battlefield Bad Company 2, this time on Vietnam. I am joined here with the legendary Impact, D-Crew Impact, a good friend of mine. And the other day he had some time to play and asked if anybody wanted to hop on the Xbox, and I figured, sure. We hopped in here, we figured we'd try out in Vietnam, and this game took on a bit of a different role than usual, something that really and truly is not really well represented on my channel very much, and that is vehicle combat when it comes to Battlefield and stuff like that. As many of you know, the D-Crew as a whole is more of an infantry-based unit, or whatever you want to call it. And here, either I was lagging or the server was lagging. I wasn't exactly sure which, but there was definitely some lag going on here, but luckily it smooths out just after I kill this guy. Maybe he had a lag switch, I'm just kidding about that. And while we were doing this, what was going through our heads was that with Battlefield 3 coming, us D-Crew guys are going to have to really start to embrace the use of vehicles in the other aspects of the game. We can't always rely on our infantry. And so that gave me motivation to take this gameplay of us using tanks to, I think, reasonably well to secure and defend positions. And that was, I wanted to focus on the fact that with Battlefield 3 coming up, you're really going to have to find yourself being willing and able to use every piece to the puzzle. With especially if you're going to be playing on PC with 64 players. That's going to be nuts. I think that'll just be a small, occasional thing for me, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll try out Battlefield 3 with 64 players and absolutely love it. I don't know. We'll see. But I think a lot of times in something like, there you see the dang lobby is like half empty, but what can you do? We are only dealt the hands, or we can only play the cards that are dealt to us, and yeah, so we did secure C, and we decided to move on out here a little bit to take a look at A, and I think we saw some people here moving, and we just started to work on trying to make a press and advancement towards Alpha here. But yeah, in Bad Company 2, a lot of times you can just view tanks and choppers as a bit of a novelty, as something that is just a little bit of a bonus addition to the game, that they're there but you don't really need to use them. You don't got to rely on them to be able to make a pretty big success in Bad Company 2. And there, I just like to say I get several chopper kills on this, and that's the best way you can tell that it's Xbox footage, because I don't know what they did differently on PC or why they made it differently, but on PC, choppers are flying tanks. Like, you cannot do what I just did with a tank gun on PC that quickly, at least. It takes forever to do that on PC. But yeah, the idea that come Battlefield 3, you really need to not underestimate the other pieces of the puzzle that's being given to you. If one particular team, whether it's a 12-man team or a 16-man team, you know, or a 32-man team, only focuses on one piece of the puzzle, and the other team has a more balanced spread across the board, the team that uses every weapon utilized to them or given to them is probably going to have the better chance of coming out of there successful and doing the most damage to the enemy team. And it's something that I've been trying to wrap my head around. I've been wanting to work a little bit more on tank play. As you may have watched on Mailbag episode 5 today that I uploaded, you saw me practicing flying. I loaded up Battlefield 2's sandbox mod, and I loaded that up, and I started it up, and last night I was trying to fly for a little bit, practicing with some jets and some helicopters, because I know I'm a terrible pilot now, but I need to get better if I want to well, not just be effective, but if I want to enjoy the full experience of Battlefield 3, I need to get more experience in a tank. I need to get more experience flying a plane or flying a chopper to be able to fully enjoy what all is being provided to me. So I thought that would make an interesting commentary topic here, as I would try to demonstrate Impact and I being a successful tank team in this particular game. For us, we found that really you don't want to go charging into the battle. Like, you don't want to, like, you're a tank, but you don't want to be right in the thick of things being surrounded. I think you almost need to treat a tank like this as more of a support role, as you use it to provide a gradual push with your infantry in conjunction as you move up to a flag. Because let's face it, if you lead the charge in a tank like this, you got everything against you. Yeah, you got armor, but then you got RPGs flying at you, and yeah, you can soak those up. If you got a repairman, you can soak them up and deal with them. But then if you have, like, the fact that if you're just balls out rushing towards the objective or whatnot, you got tank mines, which you guys should know I love to use. People don't watch for them as much as they should. If you put them in some tricky spots, they can be hard to find, you know. And then if you get past the mines, if you're dodging the rockets, but you're still surrounded by people in the thick of things, all it takes, you know, is one recon or whatever class happens to have C4 out, and 2 sticks of that and you're done. You're toast, no matter how much armor you got. So to me, you want a tank to press up with the support of his own infantry and then cover them as they move into the flag, and then as your infantry takes that ground, you move the tank up. That allows the infantry to move up more. It's like, it's sort of like almost how you use them in StarCraft 2, a slow, controlled, methodical push across the map seems to work very well. That's my preferred usage of tanks. I'm sure there's other people that do get more aggressive with them. Some people get much more defensive with them and try to snipe people with them from a mile away. That seems a little weird and ineffective to me, but again, that's just me, my preferred playstyle. And if you're playing on Xbox, do not underestimate the power of the gun of a tank to take out choppers. I can kill a chopper with a gun on this far easier than I can kill it with my rocket launcher. Got a nice little wall bang through the hut there. Ampak moved in for the flag cap while I stayed on the gun to cover, and he's like, I can't find him, I can't find him. So I just shot into the little hut and shot his ass down, really. That was pretty cool, I thought. So that basically covers the general gist of what I'm trying to say. I think the comments on this one should be relatively entertaining and interesting. Do you guys think that you'll be using a lot of vehicles in Battlefield 3? Do you think they'll just be a byproduct that you happen to mainly use, like the transportation ones? Say like the quads and the Humvees and stuff like that, or, you know? So then again, I know my channel has several people that pride themselves on being chopper pilots currently in Bad Company 2, and there should be a pretty big host of things that you should be able to fly come October, well, September for the beta. So I guess that about does it for this particular commentary, for the topic at hand anyway, but we do still have some time here of us being a tank team. Oh. I wanted to take a moment and just say, there's an extended trailer going around of the Caspian Sea, what is it, Caspian Sea? Whatever it was. You know, that conquest map from Battlefield 3. Pixel Enemy Revived? Or was it Pixel Enemy itself? Put up like a 4-minute version of that, and it was a really well done video. It showed a lot more details than the first one happened to. So I got a kick out of watching that yesterday, and I'll try to leave a link to that in the channel description, well, video description down below, because I gotta tell you that really made me it made me go, I want to learn to fly. I've got to learn how to fly, because it just seems so more interesting than running around as infantry all the time. So hell or high water, I am going to learn how to fly. And I've got a plan in place to figure this out. If the D-Crew PC server's going full tilt and everything, I got some ideas. I'm either going to find an empty Battlefield 3 server on PC and practice it, or I'm going to turn to the Xbox, create an open lobby, private game, and whatever version happens to be the Battlefield 3 version of like heavy metal with lots of flying vehicles, That's what I'm going to load up into. That's what I'm going to tell my subscribers to come join into, and we're going to have private games while I learn how to fly. Because it's my goal, it's my challenge for myself, and then here poor Impact gets us a little bit stuck. Oh well, it happens to the best tank drivers. I probably would have had it happen to us well before this, but look, how's that? A stuck tank, and I think I still got that chopper kill. Was that an assist? It's kind of hard to see on the preview screen as you're watching it in Adobe Premiere, but we had a nice run, you know. I thought about trying to kill it. I think I fired one rocket in it. Just as a little fuck you tank. I'm done with you. Then we move on to cap our flag back once again. I think we get, yeah, there's some people moving in here. Sun was in my eyes. I swear to God, the sun was in my eyes. Pick him off, grab his med kit, and try to come revive Impact to get him back into the fight so we can cap this a little bit faster. But I didn't see that guy's shadow until it was too late, and then I just couldn't find him in the flames, and I think that's my first death, actually. Well, yeah, that's my first and only death. Spoiler alert. I did a pretty good score here, all things considered, really. I'm going to spawn back in here on Impact, capping our flag here and getting us our point. The game has basically wound down at this point. We have quite a big lead on them, and you know, we just decided to use this as a tank team practice, really. As you might notice with Impact, he loves to run Engineer a lot to deal with vehicles. You know, on this particular map, I find running Engineer to be one of the most useful kits because of just the influx of tanks and multiple helicopter spawns. So, to me, that was fun to do. And I don't know what these guys were doing. They were like playing patty cake and a rice patty or something. But I think he got one, I got the other, or maybe one of them suicided. I don't know. Just seemed weird to come across a hill and see two guys just standing there facing each other as though it was like a fucking makeout session or something. I don't know. We got a kick out of it. Another chopper. Do I try to hit it with a rocket? I don't know. We'll see. I got some cool rocket shots coming up here in a little bit. Well, cool for my standards. They're not exactly don't blink AT4 type stuff or anything like that. You know, that's another thing. I cannot fucking use those things whatsoever. I'm just terrible with them. Like, I fire them, but then they get to a certain point, I can barely even see the rocket anymore to know how to control it or which way to send it and stuff. It's just like, oh god, oh no. But I did see on the press release for the Battlefield 3 thing that the Stinger launcher is supposedly in the game based on their fact sheet or whatever. And now, that has me wondering, will it be the same as the Stinger in, say, MW2, where it's auto lock-on and auto guiding? Ooh, that was a nice little shot. I like that one a lot. It's not every day I can hit a moving Jeep with a rocket launcher, but I got that one, so I was feeling pretty good. Impact had the same idea, but I happened to pull the trigger first, and he's like, "What? Wait, I was going to do that." So it was a pretty bit of a little bit of a comical moment between us as we were playing here, and like I said, the game's well over at this point. We're just sort of rounding out the tickets. We didn't want to push up into their spawn very much, so we just stayed here at our own flag, and if they came our way, so be it. We weren't going to go try to base rape or anything. Here comes another Jeep. I let Impact take first shot. His misses, I fire, but the dude already hopped out. I think Impact's scared the shit out of him. Hey, somebody's mowing the lawn. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully not, but if you can, I apologize. Down outside. Keep it down, goddammit. I have an important YouTube business going on in here. You're ruining my life. You're ruining everything. How am I going to get viewers now? No. Sorry. Whoa. I broke into channeling somebody else there for a minute. No big deal. No big deal. Why are you streaming this? Please turn it off. No. Stop it. Stop it. Oh god, this is just turning silly at this point. The game is about over. We try to track down this tank here for another kill. We're just on an anti-tank / tank team moment here, and we're just having fun in this game. Kind of makes me sad that Vietnam died out so quick as it did. It seems like very few people play it anymore, and very few people played it after its release, really. Got about a month of solid game time. And then it just seems hard to find servers or people playing it on either platform, really. I'm hoping Back to Karkin won't have the same thing. happen to it. I think that is a very, very, very bad move for DICE. I'd hoped they'd learned their lesson from Vietnam, but Back to Karkin will be a separate standalone add-on, really, just like Vietnam is, and that really saddens me. I think it would be so much better if it just integrated into the full game itself as part of the rotation, not an either-or type thing, but what can you do? I don't know. Wake Island will get a lot of playtime with me, or will by me, from me, for me, whatever, with me, on me, around me, through me, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm in a silly mood. Alright guys, 12-1 I think was the final score, some tank gameplay, and philosophical talk about using every puzzle piece. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, give a thumbs up if you'd like. Take care guys, I'll see you later.